greetings to you, Wagwan, habari gani? How are you doing? I hope you are fine. I'm okay. We thank God for everything. This is another day which the Lord has made, and here we are, rejoicing in the Lord. So I take this time to welcome my new viewers, my new subscribers, and my returning viewers, my returning subscribers, the old audience, keyboard reactors, everybody on board. Feel welcome and thank you so much for finding time to come and watch my videos. So back to our reaction video of today. You want to check on what is happening on the streets. But before we check on, have you subscribed to the channel? We are road to 5K, don't forget. But I'm happy people are subscribing. We are getting new members. Thank you so much, because this one you do it willingly. And I don't take it for granted. It is an honor. Thank you so much. And in our reaction video of today, I want us to check on Mama Mat, who is Dee'S, because Dee'S came out, Mama Mat came out with a different opinion now, with a different change of mind. Yeah, that is why in this world you cannot say it is this one and it is this one and it is, I've made up. You can change as a human being. So I see changes in Mama Mat, and there are things which I want us to talk about, because it's like when I sit here or when other reactors sit and tell you, these people do not rely on whatever they are telling you. People say, oh, you are haters, oh, you don't like this family. Maybe you don't study or you don't follow them the way we do, because for me, I follow them. They're my niche, so I know them. So it is not something which maybe I make up. I don't make up. When I say these people, do not rely on them, because they are doing everything for views. Like any other person here, you find someone telling me, oh, you are doing this for views. Yes, here it is views, but with me, I always milika in Kiswahili. I watch them and I check and I come here and analyze. I have my reasons of saying they are not telling the truth. We are going to talk on Mama Mat on this video. Mama Mat and the brother Mura Senso and the uncle Gun here. So Mama Mat went to the coast, which we know. She went to the coast, and this is something which she had decided long time, because you cannot just make a point, oh, me, I'm moving out today. There must be maybe things which you thought over. I want to do this in this here. I want to do this and that. And according to the way she came out someone who is well convinced and well prepared. And wherever she was going to a place whereby she had already made up her mind of going there and settling there. And even after talking to her parents, because I'm talking about Mama Mat's decision to move to the coastal, because she said she's always a summer girl and she's always wanted to stay or build a house near the beach. Where she can swim, she can go to the swimming pool, or she can go to the ocean anytime she wants to. And took us to places where she was looking for land. And we were shown. I think this is not the first video I'm reacting about this issue of relocating to the coast, from the parents' home to the coastal region. Remember, the parents talked to her and she said, no, I'm heading to the coast, and that is where my mind is. I've made up my mind. And during all this time, remember, Senso was convincing her to build a house in the village. But according to her, the village was not the right place for her to build a house, because she doesn't get along with people in the village, or maybe the class which she has cannot match the class of people who stays in the village. And even when she was talking to the parents, she told the parents, I was born here, grew here, and I can't stay here, which makes sense. Many of us would want, oh, I just want changes, yes. But changes also, you have to know where you are heading to. You don't just make change because you want to make change. But with her, I thought maybe she's someone who has already made up her mind, and now was going to a place where she had already maybe talked to the owner, because the way she was putting it, it's like now by the time she was moving to the coast, was just a matter of reaching there and just starting the project. The way she was making it, I didn't know it. She was going there to maybe start looking for this, for that, according to the preparation which she had. I thought it's something which she had already bought the land. It's just a matter of going there and putting the construction. But still, if you have money, you can do ABCD. Then when she went to the coast, we were shown some few lands. And later on, where I'm saying now she's a liar. This lady posed with the title Dee'S, if you can remember. The audience of Mama Mat, listen and listen carefully. When I sit here and I tell you, This lady, we know, this family, we know them. You don't come here with, oh, you are hate what, because it is you who hate them. You cannot tell someone you hate someone and they have not done anything. But you who is denying the truth, you are the one who does not love them. Because if you love someone, you'll correct them. So Mama Mat came out with title deeds. It was not even one. There were several title deeds which she didn't even show the numbers or the name. And she talked about she already acquired the title deeds. Who was not there? The titles were removed from the bag. It was a good news of the title. Good news, we have it. Here we have it. That was her title, and she talked about it, telling her audience now, we have the title deed. And not one, we have. When the right time comes, I will show you how it is. But she brought out the title deed and showed people. I came here and I reacted upon it. How come this lady has a title deed without showing the land? Because there's no way title deed, you can be given a title deed before acquiring the land. But out here, people are saying, oh, you cannot. The title deed is the last. Now, when you are exchanging now, they give you the plot and you give them the money, they give you the title deed. And with her, she was showing the title deed without the land. This is something which she was lying. It is just like she wanted the views to go up because she wanted people to start following her, showing people, oh, I want to do this and that, which was not there. Okay, she went to the coast, but I don't think she went to the coast to buy land. These are just tactics which they are talking about. And even after this, we reacted upon coastal land. Most of them that are under this allotment, the numbers, they have numbers. Not that people don't have title deed, as the videos, what they are talking about. Not that people don't have title deed, but one thing, you have to do the research. People have to do the research. If it were not so, all these hotels we are seeing, all these houses we are seeing, these beach plots people have, you can't tell me they don't have title deed. They have title deed, but you have to go and look for title deed. Maybe you acquire that title deed yourself with the owner of the land. You can maybe, some lands, maybe it was like they have these numbers, allotment, which contain many plots. So you can, once you buy, you can go to land, but before you go there, you have to check, your lawyer has to check and see how many people are in this number, and this number, this land you are buying, does it belong to this person who is selling it to you? And that happens everywhere, not only from the coast. But with the coast, people want to do things. When you want to do things faster, that is now when you just rush. And because I heard them talking about when you buy a land in the village, the chief will be there, so and so will be there. Same to the coastal. There's no way you can have or buy a land without a chief of the area, the witnesses, the owner of the land. So before you exchange these things, land and money, the lawyer has to be there, and they have to check the land with the land registry, because they have to check with the land, because all lawyers knows all this. And then after doing all that, maybe she was rushing. After doing that, that is now when you can exchange, you have that number. So when you have the number, then you can go to the land, and then you go for your title deed. I think that is how I know. But not that there are no process. There is a process. So then Mama Mat was showing people title deed. So I want you people who have been doubting, these title deeds which she was showing people, what title deeds did she have? If she's talking now, like it is now when the title deed is being worked on, the paperwork is being done, where did she get the title deeds which she was showing people? Which title deed did she have? Because immediately she landed in the coastal, within that week she was showing the audience, look, we got it now, we have it now. What did you have that time? If someone comes here and asks you, the papers which you showed on your video, what papers were those? Because these are the lies which are not right. Because maybe someone from abroad would want maybe to come and buy land, because always I hear them crusading of, oh, come to Africa, come and buy land, come and do this. And when you pose with this document, documents which are not right, documents which are not title deed, because someone can ask you, but I remember you showing us the title deed. That is the reason why she was showing the title deed and the name was not there, because maybe these were just fake title deed. You see, that can make someone who was willing to come and buy land and not to do so, because they cannot trust the lands or the procedure which is happening down here. What I know in the world, there are procedures of buying everything. Even like buying a car, you have to do that. After finishing is when you are given that logbook. Same to land, you have to go through all this process, and then you check and get the real papers. But not that people don't acquire land in the coastal. If it was so, why are the people having houses there? So when you follow the right procedure and you get your land, you just go and check. Maybe if they don't have the title deed, because title deed mostly it is a process, and many landowners, they don't want to go to that process. Maybe they're just waiting. They have the number because numbers are there, but they don't follow up the procedure of title deed. So sometimes you find others who are waiting. If someone comes to buy my land, I will hand over this number to them, then they can maybe acquire the title deed on their own, which happens many times. You find most of the houses which you see there, they have title deed. Even where I come from, I remember my father, he used to have the numbers, but later on, he went and acquired the title deed. It is not something which just come automatically. You have to go for it. You have to work for it. So one cannot say, no, they don't have title deeds. Many lands in Kenya, let me say, most of them, lands which are not being used, you can, let me just say maybe the ones which I know, I cannot generalize because I might not know everything. But you find like majority, after buying the land, after buying the lands, which has the numbers, then they go for the title deed. That is what I know. According to me, you have your opinion. That is what I know. Most of the lands, first of all, they just have numbers. So when you go to the land, whatever, a ministry of land, when you want to do, you are maybe looking for the title, you all want to make a title deed, you have to have that number. And then you give them the title deed. There's a fee which you pay, and then it is processed. That is how I know it. So if someone is coming here with another excuse, now the brother has convinced her. Now she wants to build the house back in Yabuhanse. She wants to build the house back in Yabuhanse now, and that is the place where she once said, I cannot build a house here because me, I want to be in the coastal. I'm not saying she should not build a house at her parents' home. No. Decision lies on her. Whether she wants to stay in Yabuhanse or to the coastal. I'm talking of things which she said. She never wanted to stay in Yabuhanse. She never wanted to stay there. Mother really tried, but even the father, but she said, no, I don't want, I'm going to the coastal. The problem with her is because she's always not telling her audience the truth. She's not telling the truth. I think for her to break for maybe to her traveling was to meet this boyfriend. After breaking with her Tito, now she wanted to meet someone and know her stance, which is not bad also. But she pretended to be now relocating to the coast and going to build a house there. Because if you say I'm going to build, it's like already you've acquired the land. Now it's just a matter of starting, because according to her, she said everything is going to be faster because she wanted to use that opportunity when she was still waiting for summer. So that is why when I was coming here all the time, I used to ask, now the summer is almost here. We've not seen the land, we've not started the construction. Now we are going to start traveling without even putting something down. And yet we were shown the title deed. So this is what I'm trying to say. There was no title deed in the first place. Because they come here, lie to people, and get away with it all the time. They get away with it all the time. And they will sit here and start saying, oh, people hate us. Who hates you? And who pushed you to bring those fake papers and show people that these were title deeds? Yet there is no title deed. There was no title deed. Yes, she just came here with fake papers and saying, oh, here we have it. Why would you do that? And at the end, people will come to know it. Or is it that because you're used to lying to your audience, so you don't care? You should be someone who cares. What if these people come to realize? Because you are in the open. You do your videos out here, people see you, and your life is here. And then you just do things when people go back, because they just want to, when time passes, they move to another lie. When time passes, they move to another lie. Now, She had forgotten the coastal building the coastal. Now she's gone back again. Yesterday she was singing, "Oh me, I will miss home. Oh, oh, miss sweet home. I will miss home. When did you leave your parents' home? Me, I'm living at this age. I'm in my 20s. I'm living. I'll miss kissing dogs, kissing what." She went to the coast. Now back and forth in the village. She could not afford. Let me tell you people. Let me just be honest with you. This lady told people now the land, the place where she was buying the land, she was buying a land where the rich hides, the rich people, one of the richest. You remember how she rated herself? You remember how she rated herself? Because she thought the coastal land was just a land of 20,000 Kenya shillings, which she was just going there to read there. After reaching there, she was just going to purchase like that. And now she chose to tell people, "Oh, I'm going to buy a beach plot." You think it's a joke? It is not a joke. Huh? It is not a joke. She could not in the coastal. It is not about the papers. It is not about the title deed. It is not about the people you know. In the coastal people, you find different races. People come from abroad and they buy plot and they build their hotels. Hotels are built, houses are built. Huh? Well, why is it that these people are building this kind of houses in the coast? Huh? It is because they can afford. They can afford. Get this word. They can afford the land in the coast. The land in the coast is not like the land in the coast is not like the land in Nyabohanse. It is not like the land in Migori. It is not like the land of the area she knows about. We are talking of the coastal region of Kenya. Coastal region of Kenya, where tourists, where rich people build their hotels, big hotels, and the people who have money build their hotels. So when you are going to buy plot there, you have to arm yourself, you have to think, rethink, not just something you just think overnight. You can build houses maybe on far away from the beach, but according to what she was trying to portray along the, the beach. That one, I think it is the reason why she could not make it work, because she could not afford. Lands are there and people are buying. You can't tell me those people who are buying, they don't have title deeds. You go look for your title deed. Okay, the lands in the coast, sometimes they have problem, not even the coast. But people work on them. If you want, this is your dream place, you work on your papers. The land officers are there. You go. Your lawyers will be there. Check. Because before you buy, you have to make sure the lawyer checks with the land, so they can check if these lands maybe how many people are this. If it is family, you call those people whose name is in the paper. You check all that, and then you start processing. You can't start processing before going all this, and you have your lawyers. Nothing can go wrong when you go through all these things, and then you finish. You go look for your title deed. So this lady could not afford. Let's just be honest. Let's truth be told. She could not afford to buy the land in the coast. They have been calling themselves rich, oh, rubbing the shoulders with rich people. She's very rich, she can afford this, because she was just talking. Buying the plot around the beach can cost even the money, all of the money which she has acquired. Of course, yes, it can. Because it is along the beach. And she wanted a place where the rich, and that is how she talked about herself. She count herself as one of the richest people, because she's not. She's not. That one she could not afford. So going back to Nyabohanse, it is not about papers. People make papers. And those papers, people work for on those papers. You go for the right land, you look for the lawyer, check, the lawyer checks, and then you go to the land registry, you check, and you buy your land, and you get your title deed. And now she's talking about, oh, now I will wait, I will start this one while the papers are being worked on. So which seems the land in the coast, or looking for the land in the coastal region, is dropped. If you are waiting to see Mama Mat building a house in the coastal, that is the end. There's no land in the coastal, because number one, she cannot afford the land in the coast. Number two, she cannot maybe run for two birds. Now she want to build a house in Nyabohanse, talking about, oh, the papers are being worked. You said you came out and told people and showed people you already had the title deeds. Which papers are you talking about? Which title deeds are you talking about? How many title deeds do you want? If you had already come here and told people that you had the title deed and you wanted, here we have it. What did you have in your hands? Yeah? Young lady in my 20s. What did you have that time? What were you showing people? These people are liars. A liar. That is, she was lying to people. You wonder why one would just wake up in her house or in her room and just come out with papers and start making video lying to people that we have it. For what reason? Because no one is pushing you. This is your thing. This is your business. Why are you pushing yourself in things you cannot afford? No one was putting a gun over your head. You have to show this title deed. We know title deeds cannot come within one day. It's something you work on it. So why were you rushing, lying to people? Oh, we have title deed now. Here we did. Here we have it. Then you are talking now, saying, oh, I wanted the land. Also lands, they have problems. Okay, we know lands always have. And then coastal land, the lands were passed. It passed through many hands. And that is why you find there are so many coastal people who are squatters. Because there are people who don't even care whether the land is for how many people. You have to check. You have to check before you buy land, not only in the coastal region. Even the people who are buying land in Yabohanse, please check, because they can just say, you come and stay in Africa. Come and stay in Africa. But come buy land. You don't know this land you're buying. And then they are buying this land in your name. Also, the lands which they are telling people to buy in Yabohanse, they don't have papers. They just buy in their names. And now they are talking about the coastal. The ones which they are having as we speak, they don't have title deeds. That does not make Jamaican uncle now not to say in Yabohanse. He's going, if he want to build something, he's going to build. Same to the coastal. Mura Senso, do you have title deed? These lands which they've been buying, Dee'S buying left, right, and center, do they have title deed? They don't have. Because lands of title deeds also are very expensive. You have to know that. And that is why you find people are just buying lands with these numbers. Allotment, they buy with numbers, then they go and make titles of their own, because the landowners, they are not looking for that. It depends also. People are poor there, so they don't even have that money to process this document to make them to have title. Otherwise, title deeds are everywhere. When you follow the right procedure, you can just have it. But this one is coming with the like, oh, me now she's being shown the plot which is hers. Now she has made up the mind. Now Mura Senso is going to be the foreman. Now they are checking. Now she want to buy a land, the Daisy Junior. She wanted to ask, but now Mura Senso is telling her, do not ask, just buy. She want to combine the land so that she can have a big land and start constructing her house there. Because I know now, when the boyfriend came the boyfriend came, and I know they went and they talked about it, because that is a freeloader. He wanted a place where now is made for him to just come for holidays. To come for holidays, because we have to have a husband, despite what the husband has to be there, and we have to have a mzungu in the village, or to have the village, the mzungu, the brother has a fake mzungu, and then this one also must bring, whether poor or rich, mzungu, so that they can have these mzungu babies. So now the brother really convinced her, but it is not convincing. If you love something and you've already made up your mind, you cannot stop it because someone convinces you. No. Because you have your mind and you have your things which you love. Everybody has the things they love. So brother can say this, and if you have gone for, you said this, it can still work, but it could not work because even there is no money which she paid there. She could not afford the land of the coastal. That is why she's now resorting to her land in Yabohanse. Now asking if their brother can sell, or she was thinking the brother, if I ask the brother, Dee'S, maybe he can give you. And then Mura Senso saying, oh, do not take things for free. Anyway, taking things for free from relatives is not good, because one day they can come and change their mind. So it's also not bad what Mura Senso told her. But now the way they were putting it, because the way they were putting is like, now the person in question, the brother in question, is not someone you can trust. You see, Mama Mat said, if it is Mura Senso, she can accept for free. That shows this other one, Daisy, she cannot accept something for free, though he can give her for free, but she cannot accept, knowing this one might bring problems. So that is what I showed there. Even Mura Senso try to highlight, oh, it is not good to take for free. One day if you do this, or maybe you don't get along, they can come and tell you, me, I want to use this land. Yes, it happens like that. But now it's like, now the way they were putting it, it's like the two of them, they get along so good, such that she can give her for free, or she can give out anything for free. But the one in question, Daisy, is one person whom they cannot trust. That is what I saw there. And if they are the people who have been saying, you people, you are talking bad about us, you hate us. Look now what you are trying to portray. This is your youngest brother, is you are talking about here in between, here in the middle. The other one saying, I know if I ask him, he can give me for free. And the other one is saying, do not love or take things for free, because if you take things for free, one day if something goes wrong, they will come and do this, which means Mura Sensor has seen something, or something which Daisy can do. Maybe that forest which he was given, Conrad dad, maybe it belonged to Daisy. So when Daisy wanted to build, he never asked Mura Sensor for the trees which were there. He just went and cut. I think from this experience, this is why he's telling the sister, do not accept the free thing, because if you accept, maybe one day he can view, if you don't get along with him, he might, or they might come and start telling you, oh, we want this piece, we want to plant or maize, we do this, because Mura Senso has experience, because this boy used the trees and never told him, I've used the trees, or I want to use the trees. He just came and cut them. So I think they were talking, or Mura Senso was talking from experience. That is why he was advising the sister, if you want to build a house here, just buy from them. Maybe they can give you at a fair price, or you see, but do not accept free thing, because he has seen it himself. He was given a land for free, and the things which they are doing in that land, they don't ask him anything even before. They just do ABCD without his consent. That is the reason why he is cautioning the sister, do not allow free things. They are not good. They are not good. These people in the village, they feel they are very great. They feel now they have reached, and they are the richest people. If I'm not wrong, in Kenya. So Mura Senso talked about, oh, they want to change the name of the village, and now they want to, on that their side there, they want to change it, they want to give it a name. Mama Matt suggested where the rich hide. Oh, the other one said, we call it the YouTube Road, we make it like YouTube Village, or we name it YouTube Road, like we name the river, and that river, Mama Matt brag. I was the first to make a video there, which now pulled many views, up to now like 4 million. And then they talked about it. Even ladies, Mura Senso posed. Even the ladies now are posing like this, and they are getting views using that river, bathing there, taking photos, forgetting even the mom. If it is a tradition, they are talking about, it is a tradition of people bathing in the river. It is not something new. It is something which they are used to. You know, there's bathing in the river and showing after bath, or show while bathing. People were bathing in that river. People are still bathing in the river, but they are not showing people how they bath. The difference is, you bath in the river. It is a tradition, yes, but must you show how you are created, or how you are bathing? This is now the difference. That is now when, if it is tradition and your mom showered and people talked about it, why is it making you mad? Oh, you people, you're talking about my mom. It is a tradition, so let her bath, let people talk, because you see it as a tradition and you are bragging about that river. So that is how they carry themselves. This family, they feel they are the richest. Mama saying, where the rich hides? Rich hides, you said you are going to build a house in the coastal, and you are calling yourself among one of the richest in the coastal, because you didn't know the coast. You are just going there. You've been passing. She's never stayed in the coast. She doesn't know what coastal means at all. This is someone who has been going in a place for 4 days, she moved. 4 days she moved, or 2 days she moved to another country. Does not mean she knows this country she's been traveling. Traveling is not staying. Hmm? Staying in the hotel one day, one day. So she didn't know. That is why she was bragging, getting out from Nyabohanse. I will miss this place. Oh, I'm gone in my early 20s. Now I'm going to start to make my big project. Now in the coastal, reaching coast. She could not afford the prices. What did she come up with? Already we have it, title deed. Later on, back forth in Nyabohanse. What are we being told now? Now the papers are not there. They are still being worked on, and now she cannot keep money in the bank. Now she has to start this. These are all lies. Let her build a house in Nyabohanse because in the coastal she could not afford. She could not afford the prices, the places she wanted. She could not maybe afford. She could not afford, and she could not even show it in the camera because she knew the way she was telling people, "Oh, me, I'm going to build a house near the beach now." Maybe she got a plot far, far from her mind. What will I tell my people? Because she has lied until now. The lie has reached where she cannot now lie anymore. So I don't think there's any point of lying. And there's no one who is pushing you to go and build a house near the ocean. And there's no one who pushed you to go buy a land in the coastal. All these things, you come up with this thing and then you, it doesn't work, then you go back and then you look like, you see, always do things. Live your life. Do not live other people's lives. Because people have been building beach houses now, you think you can afford. You have to cough. It is not something you just wake up like this. Now I'm going to build a house, a beach house. It's not easy. It is not easy. So Mama Mat could not afford the beach plot. She could not afford. She lied about the title deeds. And here she's back in Nyabohanse. That is now where she's going to construct her house, where she's going to live with the Polish man. And having, she told Mura, how many? 5 kids. Because Mura was talking like 2, 3 if you have your children. She said no. Because the man is not going to feel anything. He's not going to feel anything. He's not going to buy any land. He's not going to build the land. He's just going to make babies and then they stay there. So that is all I have for you. All I can say, stop this, your life, and live a normal life. Live your life out there, not only Mama Mat, everybody, live your life. Do not come out here with lies, full of lies, and you cannot afford. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always being here for me. May God bless you all. Thank you, and see you again in my next video. But don't forget to subscribe, share my videos. God bless you. See you again in my next video. Bye. Bye-bye.